Hey everybody, it's Ken Abrams with another Tuesday at 10 video blog. I am not sure how I feel about AI or artificial intelligence. Yes, I use it. No, I am not concerned about the world being taken over by AI robots. Although, when I do walk by a Tesla dealership and I see their little robot in the window, it does remind me of Hollywood films featuring robots that look a lot like that taking over the world. No, my concerns with AI there are a multitude of them, and they're for different reasons. One is artificial intelligence uses a ton of natural resources. The supercomputers that are used to create and run artificial intelligence platforms use a ton of energy as well as other natural resources to keep their server farms cool. That's a little bit of a challenge and a concern of mine. The second concern that I have is what is it doing to the habits of generations behind us? Years ago in school, we were taught print and cursive writing. Over time, as people used more and more computers and did more and more on their iPads and phones, cursive is not even being taught in schools anymore, and most students don't know how to use it. As a matter of fact, many students in today's world have almost illegible handwriting. But why do they really need good handwriting? Because everything is done on a computer or on a keyboard, so it's nothing that they need to learn. Growing up in the 60s and 70s, when we had to do research projects, we had to go to a library or find other places to get source materials. It might come from newspapers, books, magazines, other periodicals, journals. It came from a wide range of sources. Today, so many people, even if they're not using AI to write the report, AI is doing a lot of the research for them. I'm concerned about those generations as they get older in life. Maybe I don't need to be. Maybe they'll just continue to use AI and it will solve all the needs that they have. Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps I'm archaic. Who knows? Now, again, as I said, I use AI and there are parts of it that I enjoy. Over time, I've experimented with it and played around with it. I use it a lot when I write. Now, I'm still one of those strange people that likes to write everything from scratch. I do all of my own writing. However, I often run it through AI just to check it for grammar, spelling, and also to some degree for its content. Now, I've used it often enough that AI will often ask me, or it will provide me edits in my own voice. Most of the time, I tell it that that's what I want it to do. I learned when I first started experimenting with it that I could have articles written in anybody's voice. If I wanted an article written by a former president, I could use their voice. I could use Snoop Dogg's voice or anybody that I choose. It is interesting and it makes some of the writing, I guess, more fun for people if they choose to do that. I have used AI to do some research. If I don't really want to look up the history of Halloween or the history of Valentine's Day, but I want to put that in an article, I can simply ask AI to do the research for me. And that I really like about it. It can create game shows, it can create trivia contests, or anything you want it to do. But again, I am concerned about it, and I'm concerned that we're getting way too reliant on it. Writing for me is something that is fun to do, and it actually is interesting. I'm still a person that reads books. Yes, I do books on tape, but I also like to read books because I like to have my own vision or my own version of what the author, what their voice sounds like, what they're trying to convey. I understand AI is here to stay and it's not going anywhere, and I can live with that. But I do have some concerns about it, and hopefully you do too. Have a great week.